Hello everyone, it's Ahmed from Orkida Soft, and Orkida Soft is a business solution company that was established at 1997. Our last project was Orkida E-invoice, which is a middleware that we can send our invoices to Egyptian tax authority directly from it. Some of our clients in Orkida E-invoice are Toyota, Honda, Samsung, General Motors, NCR, Menlo, and so many other clients. Actually, this is the second video we are making about electronic invoices, and as we said in the first video, briefly, that electronic invoices project is one of the most important Egyptian government project that aim to direct the country to digital transformation, and it can save a lot of time for the companies, starting from the moment posting invoices to the moment they are paying the taxes on these invoices. So as we speak before about our editions, that we have three editions of Orkida E-invoice software: the manual edition, the professional edition, or Excel as we call it, and the enterprise edition. So today's video, or this video, is the one that we are specifically making to speak more about our enterprise or full integration edition, in which we are connecting the ERP that the company or the client's company are working with our middleware Orkida E-invoice, according to some configuration as agreed with our clients at the specific date, or each hour or each half an hour. The data are synced automatically or synchronized automatically from the original ERP to our middleware Orkida E-invoice, and it will be sent automatically also to the Egyptian tax authority. After this, there will be a notification system by email sent to the selected users by the company. For example, if there is invalid invoice by Egyptian tax authority, the number of the invoice and why this invoice is invalid, for the selected user or the responsible user to edit this invoice on the original ERP, and on the next period of syncing, the invoice will be synced and sent again to Egyptian tax authority until all invoices are sent successfully to Egyptian tax authority. And also we have, at the end of the day, a notification email, that a status report actually, that will be sent for the selected or responsible users for the company, in order to show them the status for all the day from all the invoices that was sent to Egyptian tax authority, and status and the value of each invoice. So in order to take a closer look on what we are talking about, or this solution, integration solution, we have here divided our screen to two sides. The right side, this side, it represents ERP, your ERP. Any ERP can be Oracle, SAP, whatever the type of ERP. And the left side, it's our program or our software that we are talking about in this video, Orkida E-invoice software. So if we can see in this right side, in our ERP, we have 5 invoices, 50 to 54, that if we checked here in the E-invoice, we cannot find these invoices I'm talking about. Okay, so here we have 80 to 84, we don't have 50. So according to the configurations that we are making at some specific time, or around now, automatically these 5 invoices will be imported or moved to, not moved, imported to Orkida E-invoice. This is the process that I was talking about, automatically was done, that our 5 invoices are automatically imported to Orkida E-invoice, our middleware. We have this message down here: successful records number 5 and failed records number 0. That means all 5 invoices that Orkida E-invoice found was imported successfully, and there is no failure in this process. When can be a failure? For example, the program is making a validation, so if one invoice was repeated, invoice number was repeated by mistake, it will be a failed invoice, and it will not be moved or imported to our middleware Orkida E-invoice. And if there's any wrong information about the invoice, it will not be moved or imported to our middleware for control purpose in order not to send a wrong information or a wrong invoices to Egyptian tax authority. After this process, email will be sent to the users telling them that we have successfully imported 5 imported invoices from your original ERP and 0 fails. Okay, so this is originally what will happen in the original state. Here we have the interface of the program. We can go back to our log anytime. It contains all the sync operations that was happened before. Here we have all the operations that was happened before. All of these reports are sent by mail, but here in our middleware we can see actually all the log for all processes that was made before. For example, here at 17 March 2021, we have a partially failed. Let's see this log. So here is a case, a partially failed. Some invoices was successfully imported and some invoices, or 1 invoice was successfully imported and 4 invoices was failed. We can filter here in our program only on the successful one or on the failed one, and we can know the reason why this invoice is failed. Here, for example, we can see that the invoices already exist. So our middleware found that this invoice was repeated, or its number was repeated, so it refused to import it, and an email will be sent to the user contains this status for the reason that the invoice is failed. Next step, let's see quickly how the configuration for the importing or for connecting our middleware with the original ERP is made in our interface program. Here we have, this is the SQL connection place, while we can write the configuration in order to connect our middleware to the original ERP. And also we have another way of integration. Here we write the path of a shared folder. Once there is an Excel uploaded to the shared folder, our program can catch this data and also send it automatically, and the email system will be the same way it happened from directly connecting with the other ERP or other data. So we have here we can set another type of integration. It's according to the client's need. He needs to work with the first way or the second way actually. So after this automatically importing process is done, we have the other process also after all the emails are sent. Another expected process is for these invoices to be sent to Egyptian tax authority actually, and also this process is made according to a timeline. It can be happen anytime now according to the times that we set. Until it happened, I need to say something that some of our clients didn't want this to be automatically done. They wanted to review the invoices before sending it to Egyptian tax authority or send it manually. So we can work this way actually. We can leave this process to be done automatically, or we can leave it for the user to send it manually, or we can schedule as the client need, as the company needs to be done, either manually or automatically, like we are seeing right now. Actually, this is the automatically process of sending the invoices to Egyptian tax authority. As we can see that all invoices are sent, or 5 invoices are sent to Egyptian tax authority. So if we can go to the Egyptian tax authority portal or website and refresh to see this 5 invoices, you can review them from here actually, their numbers. Yeah, it was invoices 50 and 51, 52, 53, 54. Let's go back to the portal and check for these invoices that we have just uploaded. After refresh, we can see these invoices 22052 by the time and the date of sending them, 54, 50, and 51, and 53. These are the invoices that we have just imported. Or we have just imported and sent to Egyptian tax authority actually automatically or in the full integration process. Of course, after this process, let's see the email screen or the email settings screen. An email will be sent as it happened in the import process. It will be sent in the sync to Egyptian Tax Authority website process. Here is the screen of the configurations that we can write here the emails for the people responsible for taxing actually in our company, and we can specify which status of the invoices will be sent to who, like the valid will be sent to someone and the invalid will be sent to someone. It's according to the nature of the work of each employee we have in our company and the responsibility for each one. Here we can go back to our invoice tax sync in order to see the status, for example. For example, this invoice was invalid by Egyptian Tax Authority, and here we can see the reason, because the item tax code doesn't exist as a GBC code. So this is the reason that will be sent by email to the user. And here we can go anytime, we can go back anytime to this screen in order to filter only for the invalid invoices, for example, to know why the invoice is invalid. Of course, this reason for not being valid for the invoice will be sent to the user by email, but we can go back anytime to this screen and filter by anything, by the cancel, for example, invoices, by the valid invoices. We can filter by the valid invoices for some specific customer, for example, customer 7001. These are all the valid invoices for the customer 7001. We can set a specific month or a specific day. Actually, there were no invoices by the day of today was made for this customer. Here in this screen, we can see the unique ID and the invoice link that will be sent also in the report for the user by email, and we can find this data here. We can also take a look on the shape of email. Actually, this is an example for emails that was sent that represents the status of my invoices. Actually, here is an example for it. Each invoice and its ID or unique ID that was made by Egyptian Tax Authority, and how many valid and invalid and cancel and so on of my invoices. So thank you all for watching this video.